What if I were to tell you that a specific Chicago Cubs legend can be making his return to the 2025 Chicago Cubs on the active roster? Now, I'm not kidding. I think it makes absolute perfect sense, and I let's just dive into it. Let's get this damn thing started, all right? Welcome back to the Cubby Perspective. My name is Andrew. As you guys can see, I changed the actual intro to the video. If you guys like the video, give a like and some comments and some love down below. I would really appreciate it. I just think this intro gets to the point quicker. It's a lot faster, more action. There's less buildup and stuff like that, more upbeat. So if you guys like it, like I said, please show some love down below. But now to reveal who I think should return to the Chicago Cubs. If you haven't already guessed it, yes, it is Anthony Rizzo. Now hold your breath. You guys may be thinking, oh, he has a kid on the way, back issues. He's not as good as he is anymore, right? But just wait until I dive deeper into why I think Rizzo would be a good fit for this team, right? First and foremost, yes, I know we have Michael Busch, and quite frankly, I'm a big Michael Busch fan. Michael Busch is a older prospect, came from the Dodgers, had a pretty good rookie season for the Cubs, is continuing that this year. But there's a big hole in Michael Busch's game. Yes, he plays great defense. He could hit for power. He could slug. He could walk. Plays, like I said, good defense if I didn't say that already, right? So he is a pretty big package, but there's an element to his game that is vitally missing that cannot continue, especially in the postseason. We're going to need that to be better. So why do I say Rizzo can fill that void? And that's simply because Michael Busch struggles mightily against left-handed pitching. He cannot hit left-handed pitching to save his life. Michael Busch is having a pretty damn good season. He has a 276 batting average, 9 home runs, 36 RBIs, and an 887 OPS, which is crazy. That's an insane OPS. That's a very valuable high OPS, and that's what you want to see out of anyone on your diamond, right? But if you go down to, his splits, his breakdown against lefties and righties, there's a huge gaping hole that's kind of alarming to me. So let's just go into it. Michael Busch against right-handed pitching, 158 at bats, so a much larger sample size than lefties. But he's hit 9 homers from the right side, 34 RBIs, 20 walks, 42 strikeouts, right? 3 stolen bases, 297 average, 390 on base percentage, slugging 570 when it's a right-handed pitcher. That's awesome. That's awesome. 42 strikeouts, like sure, you want to see that lower. But regardless, batting 297, 390 on base and a 570 slugging, that's pretty remarkable, right? Especially for such a young kid. But when you get to his lefty split, becomes very pathetic and underwhelming. 27 at bats, so a much less sample size for obvious reasons, right? But no homers, only 2 RBIs, only 4 walks, 9 strikeouts, a 148 batting average, a 281 on base percentage, a 185 slugging. I didn't even know it could get that damn low, and a 466 OPS. So, yes, Michael Busch brings a lot to the game, but he also struggles mightily in certain areas. So that's why I recommend, hey, why don't we bring in someone who can, hit righties a lot better? Now we have Justin Turner, or excuse me, lefties a lot better. Now we have Justin Turner, but Justin Turner is struggling really bad. Now granted, he's known for being a great clubhouse guy, a great leader on and off the field. The team absolutely loves him. So I'm not saying we got to get rid of Justin Turner, right? I'm sure we could still slot him in at DH and get some at bats there, maybe third base every now and then. Hell, he could even start at first base every now. But I would bank that Rizzo is the better hitter overall than Justin Turner up at this point in their both respected careers. So, do you guys think the Cubs should go out there and grab another first baseman, someone who could play the position well and who could definitely hit on the opposing side of the plate rather than Michael Busch? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a great idea to bring back a guy like Anthony Rizzo? Right? I would love to know down in the comments. I'd love to get your guys' opinions and all that kind of stuff. And so we could do some debating down in the comments below, as some other previous people did recently who I really love. I really love the fact that people are, starting to comment on my videos and share their opinions with me. That gets me going. That is why I do this. I love talking about baseball. I love dissecting the game of baseball and whatnot. So please be active down in the comments. Be interactive, right? It would mean a whole great deal to me. And shorter video today. Get it? I'm sorry, but sometimes that's not a bad thing. But I was kind of teeter tottering with the idea of playing like trivia or Chicago Cubs trivia games or like Major League Baseball games that I test my knowledge out on the screen. So if you guys would be interested in something like that as well, like I said, and let me know down below. I was going back and forth with this one quiz today, but it just didn't end up working out. The questions were far too easy. They were very repetitive. So I thought it wouldn't be that good of content and it wasn't even that challenging. So that's why I didn't upload it. But like I said, this is something that I think I may start doing down the line, right? But with that being said, always keep the faith, go Cubs, and I am the Cubby Perspective. Have a good one.